Charles Baptist.
This is a debate, not a logic class. So disclaimer, the statements and opinions of our panelists don't necessarily reflect the statements and opinions of the other members of this live event. To start the debate, let's hear Charles in his opening statement. Charles, you have the floor. Ayan. So, are you ready, SP? Okay, Charles, you have the floor. Time starts now.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat, lalong-lalo na sa mga tagapakinig po sa gabing ito. Pinabati ko po ang lahat ng taong nag-organize ng debate na ito, and siyempre ating kagalang-galang na moderator, binabati po natin yan, at ang aking opponent po na si Shoto. Biyaya at kapayapaan po ang sumaating lahat, maging fruitful po sana ang discussion na ito. Maraming salamat po sa opportunity na maipahayag po ang katotohanan for the glory of Jesus Christ. Ang tema po ng aming discussion ngayong gabi ay patungkol sa existence ng Diyos. And take note po na hindi lamang basta isang generic na Diyos ang tinutukoy natin dito, kundi particularly ang Diyos na inihahayag ng Biblia, the God of the Bible. Kung saan ako po na inyong lingkod ang afirmatibo bilang isang Christian, habang si Shoto naman po ang nasa panig ng pagtutol bilang isang atheist. Ang God of the Bible po na tinitindigan kong nag-i-exist ay walang iba kundi ang iisang Diyos sa tatlong persona, ang Ama, Anak at Espiritu Santo, Diyos na walang simula at walang wakas, Diyos na walang anumang anino ng pagbabago, Diyos na makapangyarihan sa lahat at lumikha ng langit at lupa sa pamamagitan ng kanyang makapangyarihang salita, Diyos na lumalang sa tao ayon sa kanyang sariling wangis, Diyos ng katotohanan, perpektong karunungan, katarungan, kabutihan, kabanalan at pag-ibig. Siya po ay Diyos na hindi nagbabago, no? Diyos na soberenya sa kanyang pamamahala sa buong sanlibutan, Diyos na may perpektong pagkamuhi at siyang magbibigay ganti laban sa kasamaan at kasalanan, Diyos ng perpektong awa at biyaya. Nasa persona po ng kanyang anak, nagkatawang tao po siya para bilhin sa pamamagitan ng kanyang dugo ang kaligtasan ng lahat ng nananalig sa kanyang pangalan. Ito po ang Diyos na aking tinitindigan. And any other conception of a God na maaaring i-represent at tirahin ng aking opponent para i-refute, taliwas dito sa God na ipinakilala ko sa inyo, that would be a strawman fallacy. Now, simple lamang po ang magiging thesis ko ngayong gabi. The one God revealed by the Bible exists, and this particular God in fact necessarily exists. Ibig pong sabihin, imposibleng hindi siya nag-i-exist. Dahil ang divine revelation na ito ang ultimate starting point o ultimate foundation o ultimate na basihan, ultimate precondition o ultimate final authority, pare-pareho lang po yan. Yan po ang final foundation sa likod ng lahat ng iba pang kaalaman na meron tayo. Sa madaling salita po, tanggalin mo ang pondasyong ito, mawawalan tayo ng grounding for human knowledge. Any human knowledge. Tanggalin mo ang final authority ng divine revelation and you cannot know and or prove anything else at all. Now, Proverbs 1 verse 7 puts it this way. Sabi sa Proverbs 1 verse 7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Notice na hindi sinabing the evidence from knowledge is the beginning of our fear of the Lord. Baliktad po, na para bang yung veracity ng divine revelation, yung pumapailalim sa empirical verification. Hindi po ganon. Ang sabi ng talata, the fear of the Lord, meaning yung ating mapagpakumbabang pagpapasakop sa supreme authority ni God, ang beginning, starting point ng knowledge. Sa madaling salita mga kaibigan, sa worldview po na tinitindigan ko, hindi si God ang dumidepende sa evidence para patunayan niya ang sarili niya. Baliktad po. Hindi po ako subscriber ng estilo na parang, uy friend, tignan mo tong evidence for God's existence. Tapos ikaw na bahala ha, ikaw na bahala mag-judge kung maniniwala ka o hindi. I think this doesn't give honor to God, and this is borderline blasphemy. Yung mismong supreme judge ng universe, ipapailalim mo sa judgment ng tao. So I am not standing here para sabihin, oh ito, Shoto, evidence 1, evidence 2, evidence 3, therefore God. Hindi po. Instead, I am here to challenge Shoto into a clash of final authorities. his presupposed final authority sa worldview niya versus my presupposed final authority sa worldview ko. This is a clash of worldviews. Ang ibig pong sabihin ng worldview, by the way, is view of reality. Ito yung tumutukoy sa mga most basic assumptions po natin about reality. And make no mistake about it, lahat po tayo ay may kanya-kanyang worldviews. No, yung kanya-kanyang worldview po natin na yan ang nagsisilbing lente or presuppositional filters sa tuwing nag-i-interpret tayo ng anumang facts or evidences. And this is why kahit po may iisang fossil record na tinitignan ng isang theist and atheist, they would still arrive to two opposing conclusions. Why? Magkaiba kasi sila ng lente, magkaiba sila ng worldview na starting point ng kanilang interpretation. So you see, my point is, walang mararating ang usapan kung sa evidence lang tayo iikot. Kasi una, in my worldview, God's authority is supreme, above, and prior to evidence. And ikalawa, anumang evidence ang ibigay ko, hypothetically speaking, Shoto will just reinterpret the data or filter the data according to his atheistic, materialistic lens. So for me, that's a waste of time. And here's what I propose. I propose that the biblical God exists as the necessary starting point of all knowledge. So much so that you cannot know anything, wala kang pwedeng malaman, you cannot justify anything or prove anything unless you first presuppose na totoo ang sinasabi ng Biblia patungkol sa reality na pinamamahalaan ng Diyos. Dahil nag-e-exist ng Diyos ng kaayusan, ang reality ay intelligible rather than chaotic. Yung cellphone na hawak mo ngayon, hindi randomly nagiging kalabaw. And since intelligible ang universe, science is possible. Dahil nag-e-exist ng Diyos ng katotohanan na hindi nagsisinungaling, we can trust that the laws of logic always applies. Hindi maaaring magkaroon ng real contradiction sa reality that would constitute lying on the part of God against yung sa character ng Diyos. Dahil nag-i-exist ng Diyos tayo, dahil nag-i-exist ng Diyos at nilikha niya tayo sa sarili niyang wangis, we are justified to rely in our human senses and reasoning capacities to know the world out there. And dahil nag-i-exist ng Diyos na perpekto sa kabanalan and He reveals His character to us, alam natin may mga bagay na absolutely wrong like child trafficking and murder of innocent people. You see, people, lahat ng grounding ng human knowledge ay justifiable lamang under the presupposition that the biblical worldview exists. Ano pong implikasyon nito? Ang implikasyon po nito ay kung kagaya ka ni Shoto na atheist na nagde-deny sa existence ng biblical God, then given your denial of this God, kung magiging consistent ka then you cannot have any justifiable knowledge at all. And every time Shoto makes a claim about what is true or false, real or fantasy, right or wrong, ask yourself the question. And Shoto, ask yourself this question: by what final authority or by what final standard do you make these judgments? Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin baluktot ang isang linya unless may presuppose ka munang idea o standard ng perfectly straight line. Yung a priori standard mo ng straight line ang nagiging barometro mo by which you compare other lines. Kung sobrang baluktot ba yung isa, medyo baluktot, medyo straight, etc. So you have to have a standard. And in the same way, walang karapatang humatol si Shoto kung ano ang false, imaginary, invalid, wrong, impossible, uncertain, improbable, evil, etc. unless meron muna siyang presupposed na valid final authority for truth. Eh, ano kaya yun? Uungkatin natin yan mamaya. Now, in my worldview, that final authority, that ultimate starting point is divine revelation. Yan ang foundation ko. Dahil sa absolute foundation na ito, my worldview alone can account for reason, logic, science, lahat ng tools natin to know the world. These are all accounted for in my worldview. But you will see, Shoto will keep on stealing these tools from my worldview. Gagamit siya ng logic, reason, philosophy, perhaps even science bilang weapon para i-refute ang biblical God when in fact, hindi niya kayang i-justify ang validity ng mga tools na ito within his own worldview that denies the biblical God. So friends, every one of us is confronted with just two choices tonight. Two choices, every one of us. Either God or absurdity. Either you presuppose the supreme authority of this biblical God as the beginning of all knowledge, or you give up God and you give up knowledge altogether. Those are your options, God or absurdity. Sa words ni Paul sa Romans chapter 1 verse 18, for the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who by their unrighteousness suppress the truth. For what can be known about God is plain to them, because God has shown it to them. For the invisible attributes, namely His eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly perceived. And dun po sa verse 22, claiming to be wise, they became fools. Yan po ang makikita natin ngayong buong gabi. Shoto will keep on providing arguments after arguments, but what is his final authority for knowledge? Where does all this come from? What's his epistemic final standard? And I would submit to you guys na wala siyang valid na ganun. So worldview ko lang meron na. Thank you po sa lahat.
And that's it for your opening statements, Charles. Thank you for that very strong position that you have.